gonna find out who the best man is. I respect you for what you have done in the game, but you ain't never went up against me or my staff. So you remember something. We've been here before. You trying to get there.
But beat his ass. How though? How does that look? Outbox his ass. Just outboxing this shit. What about the weight? It don't matter. But been fighting big people all their fucking life.
Is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent.
At the press conference, Terence Crawford's trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, issued a firm warning to Canelo, stressing that size and weight won't matter on fight night. He explained that Crawford has faced bigger opponents his entire career and always finds a way to dominate. Confident and direct, Bomac declared that Canelo is in serious danger because Crawford's skills and mentality will be the deciding factors once they step into the ring.
Matchup with Canelo. But beat his ass. How though? How does that look? Outbox his ass. Just outboxing this shit. What about the weight though? It don't matter. But been fighting big people all their fucking life. Yeah.
What about the head movement, Bomac? Canelo's feigned head movement.
That's what I'm there for. That's what Saul there for. Mm-hmm. That's what Red there for. You know what I'm saying? It's called coaches. Yeah. So we can get past that shit.
Bomac always speaks with conviction when discussing Crawford's chances in this matchup. He made it clear that this is more than just another fight. It's an opportunity to cement Crawford as the best pound-for-pound boxer in the world. He emphasized that Crawford has been relentlessly consistent in the gym, leaving no room for excuses. For Bomac, preparation is what separates champions from ordinary fighters, and Crawford's discipline is proof of why he stands at the top of the sport. His words show not only confidence, but also belief that Crawford's mix of skill and mentality will overcome any challenge. For Bomac, this fight isn't only about victory, it's about etching history in front of the world.
Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. How excited are you? Obviously, you've seen this journey with Terence, you've seen the doubters over the years, and he's now on the biggest stage again with people questioning. And you obviously have full confidence that he's going to come out and get victory on September 30th.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely confident that he's going to get the victory. Second of all, I'm just happy for him and the team. So, the world can see once again why he considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
There was many a time where he was maybe struggling to get certain fights, and then he had to almost kick that door down. Is it nice to see him sort of getting the fruits of his labour now and getting that generational wealth off the back of what is, obviously it's a hard career boxing, you don't get given anything?
Definitely that. Definitely good to see him get, like you say, fruits of his wealth. Get me fights that, again, will show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. Show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. I'm just happy for him, man.
Reports of Canelo Alvarez struggling in sparring against Jaron Boots, Ennis sparked debate throughout the boxing community. Many fans see Ennis as stylistically similar to Terence Crawford, thanks to his quick feet, sharp counters, and slick defense. If Canelo reportedly had difficulties against someone with a style resembling Crawford in a controlled sparring session, then the real question is how much harder it will be under the lights in an official fight. Sparring is not the same as championship combat, but patterns often matter. For many observers, this rumor suggested that Canelo could face tougher challenges than expected. To Crawford supporters, it only boosted confidence that their fighter has the tools to expose Canelo's weaknesses under real pressure.
When we saw that he's in camp with him, right? And so people are saying now that they reached out to me and they're saying, well, Floyd Mayweather now has joined Terence Crawford camp. Does that mean Floyd Mayweather doesn't like Jaron Boots Ennis? Floyd Mayweather went to Terence Crawford camp to give Terence Crawford advice on Canelo Alvarez. Well, one, Terence Crawford is not fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. That's number one. Number two, it's not shots at Jaron Boots Ennis if Floyd Mayweather was to go to Terence Crawford camp. Number three, I saw this clip that Fight Hype had put out, and it's an old clip of Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford at Shakur Stevenson's sparring session in Las Vegas. Shakur had called them all to be at that sparring session, okay? And Floyd Mayweather assisted. Now, Floyd Mayweather took on Canelo Alvarez September 14th of 2013. That was 12 years ago, okay? And so with that said, this one has nothing to do with the other. Floyd Mayweather, from what I'm being told from Terence Crawford's camp, that he has not went up to Colorado and helped Terence Crawford do anything. Okay, now I don't know if he's willing to or not. I don't know if Terence Crawford reached out to him or not. I don't know if they spoke on the phone or not. But, you know, it's when you saw Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather at the top-ranked gym watching Shakur Stevenson, and they had a conversation with Eddie Hearn. That's very, very old. Okay, that's very old. Now, Floyd Mayweather has stand pat on Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world currently right now as it stands.
Responding to those sparring stories, Bomac immediately dismissed comparisons between Ennis and Crawford. While acknowledging that Ennis is talented, he insisted Crawford operates on a completely different level. In his view, no sparring partner, no matter how skilled, can replicate what Crawford truly brings. Crawford combines experience, adaptability, and mental sharpness in ways impossible to imitate. That's why Bomac believes comparisons miss the point. The actual fight will highlight Crawford's unique qualities, which are not only about speed and movement, but also intelligence under fire. Bomac's rejection of a narrative reinforces his unwavering confidence in Crawford's individuality and ability to outshine any stylistic resemblance.
I know you saw him sparring with Boots. Give me your initial response.
That don't mean shit, man. That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing, man. Boots ain't no Crawford.
That's right.
Yo, hey, like I said, that don't mean, all that shit don't mean nothing. That shit ain't gonna help him. He should have just got the last cab driver he just fought. Cause that shit ain't gonna, that don't mean nothing, man. All that shit don't mean nothing. You ain't no Bud Crawford. They don't have that mentality. Having that mentality and going upside your head at the same motherfucking time, shit, man. I don't give a fuck about all that shit at all.
Analyst Ade Oladipo, however, raised concerns about Crawford's decision to put on significant weight for the fight. He argued that boxing isn't just about size. It's about balancing skill and power. Adding too much weight too quickly could slow a fighter down or disrupt his rhythm. Oladipo fears that Crawford, normally fluid and sharp, could risk losing his best weapons by adjusting his body unnaturally to match Canelo's size. While many fans admire Crawford's willingness to step up in weight, Oladipo highlights the danger of changing what already makes him special.
Was too wiry. Crawford was the guy at 135 pounds that looked really skinny. Even at 140, go and watch his fights against, who's the one that made, I'm trying to think of his name now. The fight at 140, Julius Ndongo.
Oh, yeah.
And where he's just skinny, he's like wiry. He's very much Tommy Hearns. Now,
oh, have you seen him?
He's
massive.
He's jacked.
Man, he looks like huge. He's got to be north of 170.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's like, dude, you don't need to be that big. Like, I don't think this is a strength for strength thing. I think this is a skill and speed thing. I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to sit on your punches to hurt Canelo, nobody hurts Canelo.
He's been hit by Callum Smith, Sergey Kovalev, Bivol.
Yeah.
Crawford ain't hurting.
Golovkin.
And Golovkin. Crawford ain't hurting him.
But Crawford knocks everyone out.
At 147 pounds. That when he at 154, did he knock out Ismail Madrimov?
No, he didn't put a dent in him, really.
Didn't put not even a little dent in him. Canelo Alvarez is not Ismail Madrimov.
Yeah, but okay, who is Canelo Alvarez now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like who are we watching now? Because when I go back and watch the guy that fought Skull, everyone likes to dig out Skull. Sorry, one second. Canelo's got to do more. Canelo's output was the worst output I've ever seen of a unified champion. I'm not joking, the worst.
That fight.
Yeah.
He literally did. But my kind of thinking is all right, well, who is Canelo now? Well, in the nicest way, although he's been fighting good fighters, when's the last time he had a super fight?
Who?
Canelo. And that's when we see the real Canelo, when he has a super fight.
Okay, Bivol.
Yes, correct. He lost. But
yeah.
Bivol was significantly better at 175 pounds.
Okay.
Much bigger.
Yeah.
Crawford, similar in terms of, they're both skillful.
Trainer Breadman Edwards offered a more balanced take. He acknowledged that Crawford is aware Jaron Ennis sparred with Canelo and recognizes Ennis's power. But instead of letting this rattle him, Crawford uses the knowledge as motivation in his preparation. Edwards stressed that Crawford's confidence never wavers because of outside factors like sparring partners. For him, what truly matters is the fight itself and the ability to adapt in real time. Knowing Canelo worked with Ennis may even sharpen Crawford's focus, as it forces his team to prepare for that style in camp. Edwards ultimately reassured that Crawford thrives under these circumstances.
That's why I said I'm not changing my percentage. It can make Canelo go up. It can make him lose his confidence or take a piece from him. And it can make Crawford say, okay. Let me tell you something about Crawford, man. I watch Crawford. I will watch how he evolved throughout the years. I've been watching him. Me, Red, and Bomac been cool since way before Crawford hit the mainstream. Way before he hit the mainstream. And I watched him. Crawford is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent. He know Boots is the real deal. No matter what all of the public say and everybody talking, he knows it. He knows Boots is the real deal. Crawford's little brother is Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson and Boots is super cool, and Shakur Stevenson was in the amateurs with Boots. Don't you think Shakur told Bud, yo, bro, I love you. You my big bro, but that kid nice, bro. You gonna have to be on your game to fuck with him. You don't think Shakur told Crawford that, and you don't think he respected his opinion? You don't think that Red and Bomac got eyes and they know Boots is special? You don't believe that? I don't care about all this talk on the internet because they may fight. So you can't be too complimentary of a guy that you may fight. But you don't think they know that? So by him bringing Boots in, that's probably going to take Bud to another level mentally. And that's where I think that Bud win this fight. I think he got a mental edge.
A frequent argument among fans and analysts is that Canelo's size advantage will simply be too much for Crawford. Supporters of Canelo point to his proven strength at higher weight classes and question whether Crawford, who started his career at lightweight, can withstand the punishment of a naturally bigger opponent. The debate centers on physicality versus skill. Critics of Crawford believe the size gap is an obstacle talent alone cannot overcome. They argue that at some point, natural physics takes over and Canelo's power shots could overwhelm him. This view reflects a large segment of boxing followers who insist that no matter how gifted Crawford is,
Canelo versus Crawford, who you got?
I got Canelo winning. I think Canelo's gonna knock him out. But
I think Canelo's gonna hurt him.
I think he's just too powerful, man, too strong. I hope Terence Crawford does well and stuff, man, because I love the way he fights, and he's a hell of a fighter, and I respect him as well too. So I hope he puts up a good fight and everything. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo, if he catches you, dude, it's gonna knock you out.
Look, at the end of the day, I always say this: he took Golovkin's biggest hit, and he took Beeble's biggest hit. I don't think Crawford could knock him out.
I think Terence Crawford can knock Canelo out if he catches him, because with Gennady Golovkin hit harder, but he was a lot slower. Yeah. So when Canelo seen the punches coming, he's able to embrace. I think if Terence Crawford catches Canelo with a shot that he doesn't see coming, boom, then he could hurt him.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Another major point in the debate is Canelo's extensive experience at the elite level. Analysts note that he has faced nearly every style imaginable, from slick technicians to aggressive brawlers to defensive specialists. His resume is packed with championship rounds under the brightest lights. Beyond size and strength, his exposure to big fights gives him composure and resilience that few can match. Experience often determines how a fighter responds to adversity, and Canelo has proven himself time and again. Supporters of Alvarez believe this deep well of knowledge, combined with his natural power, makes him a uniquely difficult challenge for anyone, including Crawford.
There's things about being in camp with Canelo, it's just different. He's got speed, he's got velocity, he's got precision, he's got positioning, he's got power, and he's got just an incredible amount of experience. I think there's 10 fights that haven't been added to his record. Mm-hmm. So, and Bud, when Bud was fighting at 130 or 35, Canelo already was at 54. So there's definitely weight classes for a reason.
Some voices within the boxing world remain conflicted about the matchup altogether. On one hand, they admire Crawford's courage in chasing greatness. But on the other, they question if Canelo is the right opponent to showcase his legacy. Their concern isn't about Crawford's talent, but rather the possibility of an unfair physical disadvantage overshadowing his skill. They suggest Crawford could have sought different paths to prove his greatness without facing such a naturally bigger man. Yet, at the same time,
high guard?
High guards,
Okay.
man.
Another good segue. Let's talk about the real deal, though. Ryan, you know, questionable fighter. Some people always question certain things. That boy Canelo, that boy Crawford. Nobody questioning those two. How you feel about that fight coming up?
I'm questioning it. I'm not a fan of it.
Oh, what?
Big man, little man. I wish Crawford had some other opportunities to really solidify his greatness in a different way. Canelo, he's got Bivol. He's got Benavidez. He's got all these other legitimate 168, 175-pound guys that he can fight, for my opinion, to really help his namesake. And you're going to go fight a little smaller guy. And I'm not something against Bud. Bud is as a talent as they come.
Really?
But you're talking about a guy that's probably walks around at 180, 190 pounds. Bud is not a huge, massive guy.
Right.
I don't know if y'all can tell us what the hydration clause is. I'm not sure if you got that worked out. Probably not.
Okay.
Because Canelo is obviously the A side. But I just think there's better fights for both of them to be had. I'm glad that Bud is going to get this payday. It's very important.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't ride to the sunset after this one. But I'm really disappointed in Canelo because I felt like Canelo has a lot of other opportunities he could to really solidify himself as being a pound-for-pound great. And I think this is going to kind of, win or lose, is going to tarnish his reputation.
Really? Now, what if he takes this fight and then he rides off into the sunset with Benavidez?
Same
something
thing.
like that? Same thing?
I mean, he's got to fight Benavidez. He's got to fight. He's got to fight Bivol again. He's got to fight these up-and-coming 168, 165 to 175-pound guys.
Bomac, however, framed the fight as far more than a clash of size and strength. It's a battle of intellect. His breakdown emphasized the importance of what he calls the finer details of boxing. Timing can neutralize power, and speed can cancel out size. For Bomac, Crawford's brilliance lies in his ability to make adjustments moment by moment, turning himself into a puzzle opponents can't solve. His well-known phrase, "skills pay the bills," isn't just a slogan. It's the philosophy that defines Crawford's career. It underscores the belief that while Canelo brings experience and power,
We know where we need to be by the time we step in the ring. We got the doctors and the scientists and the nutritionists and everybody that's in camp that's going to do their part to get where we need to get.
How much more power does he have?
He got some thudding power up there, and we're just going to sustain it for 36 minutes.
Why do you believe you've got what it takes to come up 2 divisions?
Like I told the other guy, skills pays the bills. You gotta have skills, man, to be going up there to fight somebody like that, like a Canelo. And not only is his offense, he's got to have defense too. You know what I'm saying? So, styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind too.
Do you think with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skills?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you that. He'll get the job done. Because Bud boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, I'm not taking nothing away from you, but Bud just a little bit better.
I can tell you fully believe in your fighter and he believes in himself too. There was a slight back and forth at the press conference there. That was just a battle of belief. Who believes they're better? Obviously Terence believes he's better. Did you look into that, what happened at the press conference there as the first
That's
war
just
of words?
That's just press conference, man. The reason why I believe into my fighter is because from day one, the first day he walked in the gym to where we at now, we haven't lost yet. Okay, he got a loss. He got 2 losses.
How does that affect him coming into this fight?
One thing about this, I always remember this. He got 2 losses, right? We got no losses. So we know what to do to get that win, right?
That wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for more.